So first of all, congratulations on re-signing and making that decision. I'm just wondering, people had really talked about how you were that top goalie free agent, but it's clear that your time in New Jersey has meant something to you and want to be part of something. Can you kind of take me through that mental process of deciding that this is where you want to be right now and why?
Yeah, obviously this is my first time going through potential free agency. Glad I didn't get there. I think from the get-go at the end of the season, the ideal world would to find a way to something work with Jersey, and it took a little bit of time. Obviously, it's the business. There's no ill will. It's just business, and we found a way to make it work. And obviously, for my year and a half, I guess, spent with the Devils, opened my eyes really to something that a little bit unsure of coming in. It's a good organization, great group of guys, headed in the right direction. And that was important for me also to be on a good team. And I had that here in Jersey, and the setup for my family was great. Obviously, that's a major influencer for me, and yeah, it was just checked a lot of boxes. And I'm glad I'll be able to finish my career.
How significant was that tandem, joining that tandem with Marky and what you guys were able to accomplish together, but going into that decision to re-up? Obviously, he's got another year left here, at least.
Yeah, I think we have a great thing going here right now. Obviously, with I think the three-way with me, Dave Rogalski, and Markey, and last year it was a great year for both of us. I thought we all get along great. We're all pretty like-minded people. We're pretty simple. We really take the details in the game very seriously, and I think it's a big deal for me. I just don't want to go somewhere that. I don't want to improve and get better. I think, even though I'm almost 35 years old, I think that's been my mindset every year. And, throughout this remainder of my contract, I want to continue that. So I think I have that opportunity here to work with Marky and with Rogie and to keep that thing going. So there's no reason to break it.
Thanks very much, Jake. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mander. Next question go to Stephen Wino, the Associated Press.
Thanks, Pete. Hey, Jake, congratulations on the deal. Obviously, you would have been sought after as a free agent had you gone to market. I'm just wondering, what did you make of your the sort of goalie market and a whole lot of teams looking for help and not a lot of you guys out there?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is my first time going through it. Obviously, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to really know until today. So really sort of take a look at the landscape and see what's out there. Yeah, there are some spots, but at the same time, my situation in Jersey was good. It's been good since the get-go. It's been good last year with my family, on the ice, off the ice. It checked all the boxes for me. So really wanted to, if I wasn't going to be in Jersey, stay on the East Coast. It really checked all the boxes. Fitzy and the organization is great to me since I came there. They've held their word, and when I came there, he's tried to say he wanted to extend my career, and found a way to do that and do it in Jersey. So I'm really excited for the next chapter.
And you have a new teammate in Connor Brown. I'm just curious your thoughts on the team adding him.
Yeah, I know. I think you're adding a guy right there that obviously playing against him is tenacious up front. He's fast. He's one of the quickest guys in the league. I think he has an underrated offensive touch. Play all situations. I think he's someone that can slot into our lineup. We need that. We need that second, third line, offense, that speed, that sort of adds to what we have right now. And I think that's a great signing. So looking forward to meeting him, and I think he'll be a great fit.
Thank you, Steve. Next question go to Mike Morial, NHL.com.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks for doing this, Jake.
Yep.
Jake, I know you talked on Marky a little bit there, but what did you enjoy most about the partnership between you and Marky?
There are a lot of different things, Me and Marky played against each other since we were 17. So we're the same age. I've known him on the ice for a long time and met him a couple of times briefly off the ice. But I think we've seen everything in the league in and through hockey, both of us. We've both been starters, we've both been backups, we played in the minors, we understand the game. I think it's similar mindsets, and I think I have a pretty good grasp of how he thinks the game and how he plays the game to be able to be sort of his, I guess, sounding board or whatever you want to call it, and vice versa as well. So I just think we have a good thing. I thought we both had a pretty solid year last year, and we could still find ways to improve. But it's a little bit different when you're playing with a guy that's the exact same age, almost the exact same sort of career path. It doesn't happen too often. I think we just sort of get each other, we complement each other, and it's been a good relationship so far.
And one more, Jake. Is there something to be said about continuity in net from year to year, especially, for a team with the expectations that the Devils have now?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think really understanding your group and your surroundings, but if you want to get specific into position, for goalies, I think we both are coming into a situation now that we're comfortable in and all, on and off the ice. We sort of understand the expectations. We understand what's in front of them. Yeah, there's changes year to year, but I don't think there'll be anything too drastic with our group. And, we're coming back with, a new mindset, a new challenge to try to take this team to another level. And, I think we took one step last year and, we need to take another one this year, no question. But I think from me and Marky's perspective, I think it's just nice knowing that we're both back. We're doing the same job. We have Rogie with us, who gets along with us great. And, I think, like Marky said at the end of the year, I think he's got a lot of good hockey left in him. And, I feel the same way. If I didn't, I wouldn't have signed this deal.
Thanks a lot, Jake.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mike. I'll open it up to the group if there are any further questions. We'll go over to Trey Matthews of Pucks and Pitchforks. Go ahead, Trey.
Thank you so much. Jake, just one for me. You talked about how New Jersey checked a lot of boxes for you and how you and your family were happy here. But I'm just curious, like, were you ever enticed to maybe just explore a little bit more? Like, New Jersey's the top of the list, but maybe just hear what maybe other teams had to say? Did it ever get to that point?
Uh, there's definitely thoughts as it got closer to free agency, but Jersey was always a priority. And, that's just the nature of the business. We're all in right now. Is some things take almost right up till the last few hours to get done. But yeah, there's definitely thoughts. But at the same time, at this point in my career and this point in my life, um, I just thought that this was the right fit, and be able to stay here for this amount of time, um, with the group that we have, with the direction the team's going, um, with the setup for my family. Like you just said, it checked all the boxes, but there's definitely some times where you're sitting there without a contract, wondering, oh man, maybe who knows where I'm going to be, right? It's just normal. It's a reality. It's a realistic thought. But at the same time, you always in the back of your mind that hopefully there'll be some way to work it out with the Devils. And I'm glad the last minute we could find a way to do it.